Welcome back. We're gonna be making these little cute rattles today. They were for a pink pumpkin baby shower. We're gonna start by melting our chocolate. I'm using Sweet Tooth Fairy chocolate from Michael's. I added some pink candy melts to make a light pink. You guys already know that I love using deli containers because it melts the chocolate beautifully without overheating. I'll be posting a how to melt chocolate tutorial soon. So our rattle is gonna have 2 Cakepop balls on each side. I weighed 1 to 1 ounce, and the other one, which is a smaller ball, is going to be 0.67 ounces. Right here, I'm just shaping the balls that are going to go on the bottom of the rattle, the smaller one. It's just going to be a round cake pop. To get perfectly round cake pop balls, I squeeze out any air bubble that might be trapped in my cake pop dough, and then I start shaping using my palms. I always shape my cake pop when it's cold. It's just easier that way. For our rattles, we're gonna need some paper straws. We want them to actually rattle, so it has to be hollowed inside. Right here, I'm putting regular cake pop sticks on my cake pop base because this is where I'm gonna be setting my cake pops. So I'm putting the straw over my regular cake pop stick. I don't wanna stick my straw through styrofoam, so this is just easier. And I also did cut my straw a little bit so it's not as long. But right here, we're going to be shaping our little pumpkin. So right here, I'm just shaping it using some fondant tools. You guys are going to see right now the other one that I used. Now I'm making some of the lines a little bit softer using this fondant tool. It really helps if your cake pop dough is cold, but make sure that it's not too cold and that your chocolate is not too hot because that can make your chocolate break. Okay, so now that we have our pumpkin, we're gonna cut our straw a little bit because I don't like how long it is. We're gonna add some chocolate to the tip of the straw and we're gonna put it all the way through our pumpkin. We're gonna set that aside until that chocolate hardens. Right here, I'm setting it on top of the cake pop stick. Make sure to remove any excess chocolate because we want the texture to kind of show. You also wanna remove any air bubbles using a toothpick, but you're just gonna tap away until all that excess chocolate is gone. Now you're gonna wanna wait till your cake pop sets, and once that happens, we can start working on the next part. So this is what makes our cake pops rattle. It's little sprinkles that we put inside the straw. You wanna add about halfway through, so don't fill the whole straw with a lot of sprinkles because then they're not gonna rattle as much. Now right here, we want to be careful because we don't want our sprinkles to fall on our chocolate. So I'm just adding a little bit of chocolate to the tip of my straw with a spoon, and then I'm going to add my cake pop. Make sure you're adding it almost all the way through, and we're just going to wait until that hardens. Once that's set, we're gonna dip in our chocolate and then we're gonna be adding some sanding sugar. I honestly love sanding sugar. It gives it such a beautiful sparkle, but you have to remember to remove all the excess chocolate because that sugar is gonna weigh it down. This takes a little bit of time. Just be patient, remove all the air bubbles, and then we can add our sanding sugar. This sanding sugar is from Walmart. I love it. It's sparkly, but I wonder if there's actually other companies that sell sanding sugar that's a lot more glittery. I would love to check that out. But we're gonna set that aside, let it harden, and once it does, we're gonna clean our cake pops. This is a very important step because we want our presentation to be beautiful. So right here, I'm using a sharp knife to remove any excess chocolate that dripped on my cake pop stick. I also forgot to mention where I got these straws. They were so beautiful. I was actually looking for pink straws, but when I saw these, I just fell in love. I got these at Target and they're very pretty, you guys. So once we clean the straw, we can move on to the next step. Right here, I am just gonna make the little curly hair that goes on top of the pumpkins. I'm gonna wrap some fondant around a toothpick very carefully. All these little details you can do days before if you would like. So right here I have the mini stems that are going to be glued on top of our pumpkin. And this is all fondant, and we're also going to be adding that small little hair. Right here, I'm adding a little bit of texture to the stem. And while I was decorating, I was watching Selling Sunset. It is so relaxing, you guys, to be working, decorating, and watching your favorite show. But what do you guys like to do? Like, do you guys listen to music, watch a show? What do you guys watch? Let me know down below. Now moving on, we have our gold luster that I get on Amazon. It's my favorite. I mix it with lemon extract. And now I'm just painting that stem and the little hair. Now you guys know I'm a little bit extra, so I wanted to add a small bow to my rattle. I also have a more detailed video on how I make my bows, so I'll link that down below for you guys. After I tied the bow, I cut off the tails because I just wanted the bow by itself. I also glued some little gems that I got on Amazon. I'll be linking that for you guys too. But I'm gluing the bow with some hot glue. I've seen people use double-sided tape. I have to try that and see if it works. But right here, I'm also gluing my little gem. I sold these cake pops for $70 a dozen. How do you guys feel about the price? I live in Arizona. I feel like it's a decent price, but what do you guys think? How much would you guys sell these for? And this is just to give you guys an idea on how to make the rattles. You don't have to do the little pumpkin on top. You could do something else. But this is just the basic on how to make a little cake pop rattle. Super cute. Perfect for any baby shower. I'll be linking the box that I used also. But that is all for today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, but I'll see you guys on the next one.